Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to see the basic configuration of Sofrel S4W RTU series. S4W RTU is 4.0 telemetry RTU with cybersecurity features, specially dedicated for water networks and other utilities. The hardware architecture, which includes 2G, 3G or 4G modems with Ethernet ports, further communication modules such as radio, RS485, RS232, etc. with I/O extension modules. S4W RTU consists of small, medium, large and dual size. Here you can see the S4W views, S4W tools and S4W keys. Double click the S4W tools and start the application. Once you open the S4W tools, you can find in the top of left side the version of the software tools, and from downside you can see some names like my environment or some other names like my network, etc. Okay, this is the main things for adding. See, if you add this one here as general properties for my environmental, you can see the authentications, such as you need to enter this complete detail for making the cybersecurity feature and also for the licensing for the networks. See, here you can import and export the certificates for cybersecurity feature, and also if you see downside, you can see the management, active management. If you enable the management, you will control the application as well. Okay, this one we can see later. Okay, so you have option here for making the settings, change, delete and also add the cyber licensings and other certificates here. Okay, if you go further down, you can find here network. In the network, if you click, you can see this show the complete list of stations here. And if you see, next one is users. Here if you click the users, you can find here the current users. See here, for environmental you don't have any users. Okay, but if I go for my network, see, you have already the users. See, if I go for my environmental, you can see there is 2 users. So this one, based on our configuration, how you are going to add. See, in the new one you don't have. So whenever you need to add the users, see here you have option add the user, and you can add here the name. Example, you can give user name, and profile you have to give here 3. There is 4 profiles. One is manager, administrator, operator and viewer. The administrator is the higher level. You have to add the login and password for the administrator. And if you go for manager, it is very important to add this manager also, because whenever you are communicating our RTU panel to the software tools, whenever you are viewing the application, at the time the manager profile is very important to communicate between these two. So the administrator and manager should be added in any of the application. If you see our applications here, administrator, manager. And if you see another application also, we already added manager and administrator. So wherever you are adding the application, you have to add this profile first. Okay, and when if you go for network, here you can find the network, and if you see the right side, you have backup, restore, this is help, and this is about the application version. Okay, here if you have the old applications, here you can make here restore also. See, the application extension is .tls. This is the backup file for S4W tools. Okay, now what I will do now, I am going to add one application. Before that, see here I already have one application here. See, in the network you can find this application. Currently I will add one more application. See here you have two things. One is drag your directory path to the group. Here you can drag the path to the station. Okay, example, I need to add one more network. I can drag here and add under this application. See here, if I add, it will be add one more application network. But now in our case, I am going to add one more station here. See here, just drag and drop. See, it's added one more station. If I add a new station, in this right side you can find the ID, certificate and updates. In the ID you cannot find any detail, because once you connected your application, then you can find the detail of the RTU, such as model, label, serial number, IP address, software version, options, configurations, and also the IO positions, like how many IOs communication cards you added in your application. Everything you can find here. Okay. And if you go for certificates, you can find here the connections first. See, you can this one you can add for your communication purpose. See, connection type, IP address or USB type, how you need to be communicate to your system, and you have to give login, username and password, and you can connect to the system. And this is for web server address. And this one, the certificates which you need to export the CSR file, and this certificate you need to import in your S4W keys. This one I will explain later. And if you go for update, see here, you can find here there is writing configuration, means download the application to the RTU. Software scripting, you need to update your software to your RTU. This is option scripting. If you have anything additional, you can add the browse and download that software, that file into your RTU. And this is user scripts. If you need to add something like additional, you are making user script, you can add. And finally, read configuration. How you are going to connect with your RTU through USB or IP. So you can just put USB username and password and you confirm, it will connect directly. So this is the first step you have to do in your RTU panel for the configuration. See, if I see here for my old application, I can find the device model, serial number, and also the software what I added in my application. And you can see the configuration of the old one and position I already added, RS485. See here, I added one more card also. If I see here, I can see the same thing, but only in the first one, the ID you can add, it's added already everything. So this is the first step. The second step, see, once you added a new station, see this one, it's showing invalid configuration. But if you see here, it's already configuration update last writing on 8/10/2023. But this one, it's not downloaded to any of the RTU or anywhere. So therefore it's showing this red color. So what we need to do, just double click and it will try to open a new page. Here the new station, we can tell as new station. New station version 3.63. And in the first one, it is showing the hardware configuration. See here. If you see here, you can realign this application. Once you click, you can realign. Okay. And if you see downside, this is the similar to the S4W RTU configured hardware. And you can find here the configure equipment. If you click, you can find here the network configuration. See here, it is highlighting that it's still not yet configured, and security also not yet configured. So you have to add the detail here. Okay, this is the hardware general configuration. If you click here, you can find parameter configuration, and here you need to configure the, see here, you need to configure the PLC Modbus link if you have anything. And also if you click here, you can add the SCADA and other correspondence here. See, if I click, it will be realigned. And if you see downside, you can find the USB connections here and GSM and also the corresponding other network connections. And default for the S4W, you can find 16 DI, 4 DO, 4 AI. Okay, but in our configuration, now what I will do, I am going to add some external IOs also. So what I will do, I will add here, see, this is the inbuilt one. Like here you can add, example, I need to add one RS485, just drag and drop. Similarly, if you need to add any other communication card, you can add, drag and drop here directly. And I need to add this DI module, external one, see here, just drag and drop. And one DO and one AI. If you need to add one more AO card, see here, drag the AO and add. So you can add this IO card similar to that. And for first DI, here this one, here if you see, you have 3 symbols. One is timer, see here, if you click, it will be, once you click, it will be automatically create a new signal here. Okay, this is timer, and this is normally open contact, and this is the counters. Okay, initially I will create first DI, just click, double click, see, it will be created directly. Once I double click, means it will come in the blue tick, see, blue tick mark, and it will be add the data point of 1, first IO. But before you are adding here, you cannot find any detail here, see here, because I added first signal, so it's added first one. So the data point here, it is seeing like empty at initial stage. But in our case, we added one, so I need to be add this one for first signal, pump, example run. And you can give the status, 0 status means what? Off, 1 status means run, on. You can give anything, like pump off, pump run, like this. If you need, or you can give off, on, pump off, pump on. You need to be archive or not this signal. If you need to archive this signal, give archive. And PC transmission, you need to transmit the signal to the system, to the SCADA system, yes. And inhibition, if you need to add the pump signal, see, you can add here as like this is like adding another signal to this signal. Example, if you have pump trip, it is interconnected with the signal, at the time you can add this one. Currently you don't add. And appearance, when it should be appearance, after 5 seconds. Disappearance after 5 seconds. See, this is the default timing. And alarm reporting, you need this alarm because this is not a trip or anything, so I am not giving any alarm. And initially the signal should be normally open or normally closed. So you have option this, all this option. The first one I already added. For second signal, just I will double click and I will add the second signal, pump trip. Pump trip. Similarly, if you, this is normal, pump normal, and this is trip. Okay. And I will give archive, PC transmission, and here I will give alarm report, and it is asking you alarm report on and disappear when. Okay, currently I will give none, and here normally open contact. So I added two signals, and now third signal I will add like a flow pulse signal example. Just double click, see here data point, third signal, and I will give here pulse for totalizer, flow pulse signal, flow totalizer, TOTA. So I will add flow totalizer, and it will ask you numerical or literal. If you numeric, and you can give here cubic meter per hour, cubic meter, sorry, not per hour, cubic meter. And here how many decimals you need. Okay, for pulse I will give 0 decimals, I don't need any decimals. And archive, see it's asking to make an archive, currently it is showing none. So I will tell you when you need to be add this signal. And wait for a pulse, see 1 cubic meter per 1 pulse. So I will add like this. And the fourth signal I will add for pump auto, pump underscore, and I will give here normal 0 or 1, and I will add here archive PC transmission, and I will keep remaining same. Okay, remaining points just I will add the same data point 5, 6, 7, 8 like this up to 16 I will add. It is not compulsory to add all the signals. If you have some spares, leave that one. Okay, I will add up to 12. Okay, after that I am going to add DO. See why I added all DI together, because the data point will be continue after 12. If I add DO, it will become 13. See now, see it's added 13. I added first DO, it's become 13. Therefore, and the information number is 13. Therefore, my suggestion, you can add all the DA first. After that, you can add your DO. Okay, here just I will add here pump start and stop. Pump command, start command, stop command. And here I will give, if you need, archive PC transmission initialization. If you need to initialize at initial stage, example at 1, you can give also, or you don't need to initialize, you don't add this one initialization. And here you can see here normally open, normally close, and this one it is added in the mimic datum. See, you have added here the mimic also. I will tell you this one when we are coming here mimic. Okay, so once you added this point, first pump, and second one I will add one more signal. This one I will add pump 2 command. Okay, so I added 2 signals for DU, and third one I will add for analog. Here I will add tank level. And here also you have to give numerical or literal, and here I will give the unit is meter, MTR, and decimal point I will give to archive, I will give later on, and PC transmission, yes. And if you need to interlock something like connect with the signal, you can add here, and if you don't know, leave this one. And 4 to 20 milliamps input, you have to give here what is the minimum value and maximum value, 0 to 10 meter or 0 to 100%. Okay, so you added the basic step for AI also, and if you go here, you can add this analog signal also. This one I will add for pump pressure. And if you have unit, you can give here bar and add the points here and give the minimum and maximum and leave it. Once you added the DI, DO, AI, if you see here the data points, you can see all what you configured, it's added everything here. See the other step, you need to be, see here, import the data or export. You can export and it will become as text. Okay, so just I will keep in the desktop, so I will show you. See here, the similar one, it will be added in your, see, even you can export this one for printing also. So all the points it's added, pump run, pump trip, totalizers, pump auto, and the data points. See, this is the pump commands, DO, and this is the A. And which one you given PC transmission and which one you given archive, you can see the tick marks also. And when which one you need to be initialized also, you can add. See the same points you can see here also. Once you click, you can find in the right side. Okay, so this is the data point, and if you go for name list, you can find the list of names. This is conversion table, this is the groups, and the data point, if you need to be add anything additional, you can add also directly, or you can see here, you can filter these data points. And also see here, this is the create new numerical input. If I create any new numerical inputs, click the numerical input means, see the symbols you can find here also. The same symbol points you can find, it is numerical or it is logical input or numerical output, logical output. See, if I add numerical input, see here it will ask you, this is communication type or this is report, conversions, formula, internal. If you need more things about this, you can check with our previous S4 AS50 RTU application. From there we made the data types also. Okay, so the data types, it is internal, conversion, formula, reports, and communication. If you see here, the output of that input of logical also, you can find communication, threshold, formula, internal, weekly time period, annual time period. And if you see the output, internal and formula. So these are the basic steps you can add if you need to add any communication signals. Example, see here, just I will add one communication. See, you can find the add communication, see here, and I will put this one in like it's only transmission, SCADA transmission, SCADA internal or SCADA transmission, and you can add this signal also. See, it's added here, the same name, and it is communication. See the types, it is automatically changed to communication. So this is the data type. If you go for alarm reporting, see here, you can add the sequence, and if you click here, see add the sequence and sequence number, number of loops, and you can add the receptance also. See here, when it should be transmit, see currently it is empty, and you can add the receptant time, everything. So currently I will delete. See here, or you can add directly from the sequence here. See here, or the receptance you can add here. See here, you have option for add a receptant, add email receptance, SMS, or for PC. And this is for schedule, when you need to transmit the signal. You can add the schedule also. See here. And also you can add additional things here. See, you can add a schedule also. So this is for reporting, for sequence, receptance, and schedule. And if you go for archive, see here, it is showing archive 6000 archives created by logical data from 60 to 150,000, I think more than 150. 8000. And if you see here you can add the archive criteria as well. See here, I can give the archive criteria 1. Okay, after you created here, if you see here the data points also, wherever you need archive, example flow. See, now if you click, you can see the archive criteria. See, so you can add directly which one you need to make archive. Now you can add with archive criteria 1. So you created the archive also, and it will be stored everything in this archive criteria 1. So you can add many archive data also. And see, now it's added. Archive criteria start from 9 to 8, starting from that one. Logical data, it will create up to 6000. After 6000, from 8, 9 to 8, it's added for archiving criteria number 1. If you go for preference, you can find here when you need to be transmit, at which time. Example, see here, daily balance from 12, weekly balance and monthly balance. So you can add the alarm reporting and normal reporting calculation, everything in the preference. And this is for display. See, you have some displays directly. So you can select the display directly from any one of the predefined application, and you can show in your display directly. Because this S4W RTU have some displays also, it will come with display. If you like optional, you can add that directly, or you can see this data is connect with your system. And this is the website mimic diagram. If you click here, you cannot find anything currently, and you have to add the new mimic diagram. See here, add, and you can make the verb. See, you can see this is similar to the SCADA system. You can add your mimic directly. You can browse the color. See here also you can have the many colors. You can browse the colors. See here, and you can add the pictures here. See here, add the logical and also the URL links or anything here, and you can publish this mimic diagram to your network. So you have lot of features here, which is like additional part, but currently it's not required in our application. We can see this one later. See, now if you go for pumping station, you added here one pump, correct? Here, so this one it's automatically created. See here, it's created with one pump. If you add 2 pumps, and you can find now that with 2 pumps in the pumping station. See here, you can find the number of pumps, it should be 2, and number of parallel pump is 1. So you can make the design, complete design from here itself. So when you click the application, you can find here the pumps. So earlier, even if you create here number of data points, no issue. You can add here your pumps here. Example, here it is showing the parallel pump, number of parallel pump is 1. See, you can add more, 2 pumps. Even the types of tank level measurement is probe or float switch. It is level transmitter or through float switch. Okay, if I put from level transmitter, number of pumps 2, or you can increase up to 4 pumps, and number of parallel pumps 2, and here see here, activate the automatic process control function, activate the effectiveness function. If I make activate, see, it will be added automatically the function operation here. See here, and this is safety plumbing, and this is the low, high. Okay, Okay, it will automatically activate. See, and you can give the general level. See here, you can add the cover level here as track level, and you can give general when it should be inhibition. Example, the point number, data point number 5. Time after inhibition is 0, and validity of lifting station function is none, or if you need lifting station pumping fault, I can add this one as default. And this is number of when the pumping level thresholds. Example, it is fixed, and startup level at which meter for the second startup, and the first startup level at which meter, and when it should be shut down. Low, this is low, 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 high, and high. So you can add this every point here. See these same points. Example, I need at 1 meter, it should be, or you can put 10%. Okay, this is 10%, or you can put 1 meter. And here I can give here 1.5 meter, 1.5, it is in that low level, and I can put here 2.5 meter for this high level, and this 3 meter. So this is 3 meter. So you can add all the points here. See here. So once you activate this everything, and if you see in the process control, you can see the pump sequence, pump shutdown runtime, time between the two pumps, and time between the shutdown for two pumps, between the pumps 5 seconds, and start and stop. You can give the safety precaution. Sometimes the pumps will be start and stop immediately, or it will be overlap like parallelly. So you can give these times everything, and maximum starts per hour. Maybe sometimes it will be fluctuate and it will start and stop continuously. So you can add this also, maximum starts per hour, and minimum run time, maximum run time, everything. And if you go further down, you can see the safety pump. If you have anything for safety, you can add that one also, and also the duration of setting, and also for period to prevent the deposit cycles, duration of pumps, and the general pumping faults, everything. And also you can give the overflow detection also. So this everything you can add in the pumping station parameters and process control. Actually this one you can use during the any pumping station operations, but in case if you are not using this one, you don't need to use this pumping stations. And also this is like optional for all this display, mimic diagram, and pumping station. This 3 is additional part, like optional part. For our case, it's not required to do, just I am showing here. Once you add it, just close. Okay, just close. It will be saved and closed here, and you can now you made this part. So we will go to the next step, to how to make for process control applications or logics. Now double click the process control workshop. Once you double click, see here it will open the new process control application. Here only you need to make the complete ladder logic or any other languages here. See here, if you double click, what you add, see in the lift station tools, it will be add automatically because you created before. So it's added automatically. If you go for global defense, it will be add initially nothing, but you need to be add if you need anything to be add new variables as global variables, you can add here. And if you go for and if you see here, if you go for other things like example variables, see double click and you can find all the variables which you added in your project. See here all the points which added in your project, it will be added here directly, it will be appear, and you can find here the simulations and also there are lot of things here. See, even you can make your own logic, and you can make runtime and simulate the application also by directly to verification purpose. And if you go for lift station 2, see, it's added also automatically, see here, and the variables, everything. And this for this uh, process control application, already I explained previously also in the Sofrel ES50 tools. Here you need to be make a logic what you need. Example, you can add, see, all the functions here in the global. See, you can find here, if you right click, you can find add new variables, and also the edit the variables. And if you see here, you have some bit fields, data and data types and structures, everything. So this one also we can see later on. And the second part. Now for this application, we can see further things now. Now I will open the another application which is existing project, and now I'm going to connect this one to the live to the S4W RTU directly. Okay. Before connecting this one, just I will verify the signals. See, here we added some Modbus communication also for add the Modbus communications for the flow meters as well. And if you see here, you can add all the signals. For example, before checking the Modbus as well, you can see the configuration. See here, this is general configuration for new station, RTU number, and data points, server details, everything. And if you see the Modbus details, you can see the Modbus rates, like example bit rate, data bits, parity, stop bits, everything. And we already add these signals for the flow meter 1 and flow meter 2. Okay, and for the remaining signals also we can verify during that time, same time. The exchange, see, we put under the exchange bits also for this flow meter. And once we verify these things, we can start now to connect to the S4W. I told you before connecting this one, you have to sure that you have to connect this one to the manager level, not to the administrator level. Okay, see, now I am just verifying the data list also. See, this all data list we already which configured for this RTU. We already checked this data list. See, for if it's everything is okay, just what I will do now in this S4W, open this S4W view. Once you open, you can select the login manager 1 and connect directly to the USB connection. Okay, and if you have IP address connected, you can connect directly to IP also. And you need to give the environment. See here, environment 1, my network, everything. So once you connect the my environment, just click and it will open the data. See here, automatically it will go to the current data statics, and you can see all the values here. See here, this is the current value. See, you can see the pulse value 4.02, and if you see maybe you can find some physical values here. See, the flow totalizer is 36, and if you see here, you can find all data groups, and you can see the separate data, like you can filter the things also. So you can see there is some values 36. And even you can write from the data points 17 to 20, you can write the data also, because that is due. And if you see here, the flow value we have 36. And if you go for logical status log, you don't have any values. And also if you go for alarms, currently we don't have any alarms also. But if I go to diagnostics, so you can find here what is the exact issue. See here, you can find the complete history of your connections and also the failures, or if you have any power issues or error, you can find everything here. See here, it's showing that flow meter is error detected. And also you can find the system Modbus link failure or power supply failure, error, everything you can find in this diagnostic. If you go for hardware, see here you can find also there is some configuration issues. See, you can see here, this is all it's showing that sensor fault. This means the signal will not connect to us. See, only for this, if you see the data point number 2, it is having the value 4 milliamps, but others it is not showing. This means either there is some sensor issue or there is loop, it's not connected properly. You need to be verified in the field. See, for this complete module also you can find all error. See, for the analog input, here you can see this is volt output and this ampere, and you can see the output is 4 milliampere. And if you see here, this is 3G or it is showing 4G, and you can find the configuration of that IP also diagnostics. You can find here, see here, number of packets received is 0, and because I think if you see here, you can find the IP also, destination, see 10.40.0.96, and this is the default IP address, routing address. And you can find the remaining detail, see here, for the DNS configuration also if you have anything. And if you go for, this is for IP diagnostic. If you for ping test, you can make a ping test also directly from here, and if you put the IP address, you can ping. And also for the APN, you have to put the APN name, communication detail, and even if you have the pin code, operator detail, you can enter here, and you can find here the signal strength also. And if you go for further the IP diagnostics, you can see the what exactly it is connected with the LAN or GSM or VPN. Okay, you can find this detail here directly. I will go again, return back to the tool page. Now I am checking the maintenance. From here I can see the data simulation values. See here, I will see everything is showing 0 except this pulse. And from here in the maintenance, you can find, see here, you can find further detail, example meter indexing also. See here, you can see the metering index, and we can find some value, and if you go for reporting, this is a very important page in the diagnostics, and from here I can check the value exactly. See here, I am trying to connect with the meter. See, it's showing that sending failure. This means there is no connection between this flow meter and our device through the Modbus. So you can find the things like the communication, everything from here directly. See, this is the address 32 and number is 2, and there is no detail. So this is the basic steps how you can communicate to the S4W through USB, and also you can find the diagnostics, everything in this one. So this is the basic configuration for the S4W RTU and the communication between the RTU and software. In the next video we can see further like basic process control applications, like how to create the basic ladder logic application, we will create some ladder logic application and we will simulate in the next video, further videos, and also we will see further communication diagnostics things. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, kindly press the like button. If it is useful for you, kindly share to your network. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you.